Ah, load tank mechanics. Germans. Bad guys. This thing is evil. Loading. This is not how welding works, but according to the game it is. You can't just hold the welder in the place you want, like that. Into welds. It's not how that works. Just fell into the hole.
Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho!
Will give me a good tank, like an M4 Sherman. Like this guy that's in there. M4 Sherman is awesome, I love it. Probably the greatest tank of World War II. Tip of exhaust. It's exhausting. Stop that. No, go on. Thank you. Yeah. You can have a suspension that should have something back there to hold that on. Are you okay? Something missing. A tow rope. And a cover that covers absolutely nothing. Finally, I can get this out of here. Well, the engine and get it out. What's next? A Sherman. Thank God. Sherman. I need the engine out of this again. It's not fully done. I hate Germans and their stupid engineering. This thing has upside down cylinders. Why? I have no idea, but they're upside down. Sucks. Look. Why are they upside down? Great, I guess there's more on the other side that are missing. Because you can't have everything. No, you have to have something missing. There. Be happy. Be happy. Stop. Why are there fans here? How did I miss that? Now you're fully built? Thank God. Oh. There. Now, onto the best tank of World War II. Here's some random stuff so I don't just sit here and quiet for a while. In like 1939, the U.S. Army came out with the M3 Lee, which put the 75mm M2 gun in the hull of the tank with the 37mm, I think it was M3 gun, in the turret. And that was a good tank, except for you only had 75mm for attacking infantry on a small pivot point because it was mounted in the hull, which the hull of the M3 Lee used the suspension of the M2 Medium, which never even saw service. Well, then the US Army was like, well, we need something better than our stopgap tank. We need the T6. So they started working on a brand new tank to replace the M3. That tank was the T6. Well, the T6 is what became the M4 Sherman. The T6 had the same 75mm gun, the 75mm M2, before it was replaced by this gun, the 75mm M3, for mainstream production Shermans. This Sherman variant, you get the engine out of it, has the GM 6036 engine, I think it was called. It's 2 Detroit diesels stuck side by side. As to give the tank all of its power that it would need to be able to move, because if you know anything about tanks, well, they're heavy. Like, if I remember correctly, Shermans weigh something like 20 tons. This isn't like super light. You can't just put a car engine in here and expect it to move. You have to have something special to move it. I'm going to get that out of there, because I don't need it in here. No. You move and move you. Museum slots. Nope. Just want to move you. Go to the yard.
Ho, ho, ho!
There we go. If you want an even better example at what the T6 looked like, it looks something similar to what this should look like. Not rusted and missing all of its parts. So these are the same model of tank. This is M4A1. That's M4A2. You can tell the major differences between the M4s are, well, this doesn't even have it. This doesn't have the engine deck. The engine decks are different. The M4 and M4A1 have the same engine deck because they have this engine, the Continental R975, which is actually an airplane engine. And the M4A1 is special because it has a cast hull. So unlike this Sherman, which has a welded hull, this is basically one solid piece of metal. And this is an early variant of a Sherman because it has this as the gun mantlet, compared to later 75mm Shermans, which have this as a gun mantlet. I don't have a 76 Sherman in here, but here's a painted A2. No, this is an M4. Here's an M4. So this is a standard M4, has the same airplane engine that one out there does. This one is special though because it has the T-34 Calliope rockets on it. So this is, each of these has a rocket in it. It's like a bazooka of sorts, and they'd use these to take out enemy fortifications. Take the turret off of this. Take the turret off of that one as well. Now you can see, not really well. Let me get to that tank again. again. No. I can get inside. I can't get inside. To the museum. This museum is a good thing. I can actually show off a bunch of tanks. Because I have a few tanks in here. If once it loads, it should any second now. Why are you not loading? Load. Load. You're at 100. Load. Just load, please. I don't have that much in the museum. There's nothing that's stopping you from loading. Why are you not loading? Look, now you're making my thing lag. Great. There. So start off. Here's the T-34-76. It should actually be green. This was the Soviets' main tank from 1941 to 1943 when they replaced it with the T-34-85, which is the exact same hull, but with a newer turret, wider turret ring. No more of these boxes. Soviet tanks are actually kind of cool. You can just fling the entire engine deck open and see the engine stuff. Like, there's the engine, this is transmission. Let's close that. Try to get inside of it. Please. I just want to go inside. Just go for the driver's hatch, I think. Well, this is the driver's hatch. It has the driver's periscopes on it. They can see out of there. If you open that, there's the driver's seat. There's the machine gunner's seat, so he controls that whole machine gun. This doesn't have a turret basket. So the commander, the loader, and the gunner all have to stand on the boxes and walk around as the turret turns. This was the replacement for this, the BT-7, which replaced the BT-5, which was based off of an American race car designer's tank, the Christie M1930. And we can actually get inside this because the hatch is big enough to fit through. So this is the breach. This is where you load shells. See, it gets shells from these racks here and put them into there. You actually go into the periscope view. Cool. I can go into this periscope. I can go into all the periscopes, can't I? Oh, it's actually inside. Look. Oh, what the heck? Hey, there's the engine. Yeah, it's literally just right there. And I'm stuck. Just get out. Get out. Get out of the tank. Thank you. This is the mouse. There was another one in the shop. That's what I was doing the engine on. I don't really like that. This is the Panther. It was one of Germany's best tanks of World War II and also the worst, because especially this variant, the Panther A, had an issue with all the fuel lines back here would like to drip onto the engine, catch the engine on fire. Now the engine's on fire, you can't use the tank. It also had common issues with... Am I going to be on the inside of it? This, the final drive, just shattering for no reason. They just like to do that for some strange reason. Now I'm stuck. Great. Does it take too long to load? Why is it doing this again? All I wanted to do was get out of the tank. Could've just gotten out of the tank in a different way, couldn't I? I don't know, I'm stupid. Why is the certain parts of this restored and certain parts of it are not restored? What the heck? Now I'm in this place again. Just great. Just work on the M4A1 Sherman. Let's go outside. Let's go touch grass. So I think there's no grass out here. I think there's just mud and dirt and tanks. What's in the junkyard? Do you have anything cool in the junkyard? Anything I can just destroy and steal all the parts from? Like another M4A1 Sherman. I should add the M24 Chaffee, because I love the Chaffee. I love the Chaffee more than the Sherman. It's my favorite tank. Yet I know more about the Sherman than I do the Chaffee. Is that cheating? Is that like cheating on things? You just know more about this vehicle than you do the other and it's your favorite. There we go. Here's a T-34-85. So this is same hull basically as T-34-76 with a much larger turret, much larger gun. This is an M4A1 Sherman, a fully restored M4A1 Sherman. They're a beautiful tank. Do I have another M4A1? I just have an entire another M4A1 sitting here. What the frick? I have 3 M4A1s. One of them isn't even mine. There's a KV-1 Soviet heavy tank. Here's one of the most overrated tanks of World War II. Here's a German SDKFZ 251 half-track. What Sherman is this? What is your end? You're an M4A2. It's in a sorry state. And these are that have an interest to me. Let's go back. Oh, the museum. I can finally look at the tanks that didn't let me look at before. Yay. Lingus. Where did I leave my telephone to look at it? Yeah. Cold. Why does this game take so goddamn long to load? So stupid. So very stupid. Can you load already? Load already, please? Go do something. Still hasn't loaded yet. There, finally. Thank God. We'll get back to looking at the stuff in here. There's a Stug 3. It's a Panzer III turned into an assault gun. They did this early in the war for assaulting things. The Germans did. I still don't really like the Germans. This is the M18 Hellcat. It was the fastest tank of World War II. It is American, because obviously we make the best tanks. The American M3 half-track. I think this was made by White Motor Company. The M8 Greyhound, I forgot who made these. This is the regular Panzer III. This is the Aus M variant. So it has all the shirts and forgot what, I think it's a 50mm gun. This was like the very late model Panzer III. So basically you take the suspension, you take all the chassis of that, and put that on top of it instead of putting that. This is the most overrated tank of World War II. And that's all you need to know about that. Probably the second most overrated tank of World War II. And this is an M4A2 Sherman. The same paint scheme of my M4A1 Sherman that's outside. How the frick did I not know you could do that? As you can see, we open the engine deck. That's what the engine should look like. And that one out there. This is absolutely massive. This also has the airplane engine in it. This has the same airplane engine the M4A1 has. Because I guess we were so good at making engines, we just reused the same engine over and over and over again. Don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. by some modifying. Just do some stuff. Use that as a picture, I guess. That works. It's not loading again, as it always does. This game takes 10 billion years to load. It's turning my lap into a rock. Ah, finally, we're back. We can work on this again. Frick you, you're an M42. Let's work on the M41. So glad I don't have to take that off. Probably just do that inside. I hope. It's green. Well, how everyone at the time period this vehicle came out would have been like, oh, I have a cousin fighting over. I have a cousin fighting in Europe. I hope he survives. I'm going to be so gay if he does, because in the 1940s, gay meant happy. So it'd be like, how did that get changed? Where did we go from saying gay is happy to gay is still technically happy? Can I do those? No, can't do those. Jump into the engine deck. Fall through the floor. What? Why? Get out of here. We don't want you. We have to get you specially repaired. Because you're special. Need special repair. I hope my mic is actually working. This whole time I haven't been just talking to myself like a crazy person. Take off all the stuff that I can't destroy with my saw. This for some reason will not come off yet. Pretty sure I removed all the things that hold it down. Don't know. That's why there's a that. That's why it won't come off. Get out. Invisible periscope covers. Why? Why is there a hole in there? How is there a hole there? That's a weird place. just magically erase the rust in a way that would not work in real life. I wish I had that tool in real life. I could just point it at something and the rust disappears. It's so useful. Restoration wouldn't take weeks, it would just take a few minutes. It'll become small. Take everything out. I need to take off the differential housing. No, I won't take it off. I'll just restore it how it is. Take the brake cover off. I take that off, I take that off, I take that off, I take that off, I can see that now, I can just sandblast. Erase everything. That's totally how sandblasters work. This is totally how you use a sandblaster. No protection at all, I'm just sandblasting things, that's what hurt. You'd have no more vision. You'd sandblasted your eyes out. You're gonna shoot your eye out, kid. Yeah, of course you would. You shot your eye out with a sandblaster. Magic eraser. Magic and it's erasing. Pretty sure that's a magic eraser. Get out. No one like you. Oh, why, this is so grand. I've just been sitting here and spraying things with a gun that deletes paint. This is so awesome. Such fun entertainment. Such a fine source of fun. Why is this game even fun? It shouldn't be fun. So we just the same thing over and over and over again. My M4 VVSS 75 and to magically erase all this by pointing at one spot. That's how that works. I could confirm right. Do mechanic stuff. But wow, that was so cool. How did it just reconstruct the entire bullet pattern? Why? You know, this game makes no sense, but I love it. I wonder if the YouTube thing will put this as the actual game, or if it'll put War Thunder or World of Tanks or something under it. It does that sometimes from what I've seen. Finger, because I can just do that. Somehow that shouldn't be possible. Box. Turn everything white. And silver. take basically everything out of the back of the tube. Why do I have to take the gun guard off? You just leave the gun guard on. I would not want to be in one of these in like combat, because it's like, I feel like you'd hit your head a lot. I don't even know how you'd see in here. Just fell through the floor. No. I don't know how that works. Add primer. Turn red. Kool-Aid. Fill the tanks. Kool-Aid. No. Does not need done. What that does. Spray it with the magic rust eraser. Magic paint eraser. Mr. Clean's magic eraser. But it's made of powder. I'm gonna question how I just clipped through a closed hatch. Did my entire body just go through the periscope hole? Now, we can make it green by just somehow magically making the primer turn into paint. That's not how that works. You need an entirely different gun. And that doesn't have primer in it. See what I'm doing in different colors, because it lets me see what I'm doing better. You're still red. Don't want you to be red. To be green. Thank you. Why is the gun man black? Fix it. There. Now for this. To magically become red. Boom. There, now you can watch it turn red instead of just seeing the color change. Oh boy. This is such great entertainment. Should have played Sprocket Tank Design instead. But now I just have to play this. I regret playing this. I should have played Sprocket instead. Or just cause 3. That would have been even more entertaining. Especially when we die because I don't know the control on the computer. But no, it was the most boring game ever. But yeah, at least I get to restore some of the best tanks ever made. The M4 Sherman. I could do this in real life, so I had an actual M4 Sherman. Just drive up to school in that, go to pro and be like, you know, I have an M4 Sherman. Tell you all the popular kids, they don't have M4 Shermans. So my M4 Sherman was a lot better than theirs. They don't have any. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Become metal. You know what's going to be fun to do? This, because there's nothing on it. It's going to be so fun. Fun, 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 fun.
Ho, ho, ho!
Shut up, you idiot. Why can you go back to the regular one that just makes money noises? Oh, I get to listen to Santa. Santa is kind of creepy. He spies on kids. Why am I over here? Why approach to this? So I can do the engine.
Ho, ho, ho!
Okay, Santa. Santa give me an actual M4 Sherman medium tank, specifically an M4A1 early model with the VVSS suspension, the 75mm gun, and the smaller mantlet. That's my favorite Sherman variant. I think it looks awesome. It's a beautiful tank. Why do I use this tool for everything? You don't use that tool for everything in your life. No regular wrenches. No, I just use that. This isn't even a mechanic simulator, it's a restoration simulator. It should be called Tank Restoration Simulator. It's a mechanic simulator to take place in the 40s. You'd be working on the tanks from field damage, not completely restoring them. And to do the worst part of this, whoever designed this engine, why does it go upside down? You know, it's an airplane engine. It's going airplanes, not tanks. Why are there cylinders on the bottom of it? How are you supposed to work on these? If you're working on the top ones and this is against the ground, you can't work on these. Continental, the company that made this engine, the R975, didn't even invent this engine. This is a Wright engine. It's actually a Wright R975, and Continental just made licensed copies of it. Thank God the engine's down. Finish up the turret. I always do the hole first. Get the periscopes on. I'm just going to close those. Just close them. You don't need to look through them. There's just nothing to see. If I look through that, I can still see through it, somehow. It's not possible. At least it shouldn't be possible. But I guess I've done impossible things in this game before, so I shouldn't be surprised. Yay, the sprocket. That means I can finally finish up the side of the track. So now I'll get out of the turret. There's a hatch right above me and just do that. We should build a new, entirely brand new factory just to build old tanks. Just to build replicas of old tanks for movies. By movies I mean the ability to buy replicas of old tanks. you can have old tanks, because old tanks are awesome. Go through the entire US tank design from the old T1 medium tank, or T1 light, T2 medium, T1 medium, Christie in 1928, the Harry Knox's M2 prototype, the M2 light tank, M2 medium tank, M3 medium tank, M3 light tank, M4 medium tank, M5 light tank, M8 tank destroyer, not M8 tank destroyer, yeah, M10 tank destroyer, M8 Greyhound light armored car, M7 priest, M7 medium tank, which never entered service but was made by my favorite tracker company, International Harvester. It's everyone's favorite tracker company. Because you like John Deere, but if you like John Deere, you're weird. What's missing on the outside of the hull? The fire extinguisher handles. There's more is missing than those. No, I just completely forgot something. That shackle. There we go, now the hull is 100% complete on the outside. Just work on the inside. So why did I take that out? I wonder how hot it got in these. You just sit in here during the winter, stay warm. The Battle of the Bulge, you just come sit in the tank, stay warm. Leave all the idiot Germans to go freeze to death in the cold because all their tanks broke down before they could even get to action. Ooh, shafts. Gearbox shafts. And gears. Put this on so we can encase everything. For 1942 standards, this would have been a great tank. Come 2 years later, it's still a great tank. Standard M4 Sherman 75s were always a great tank. People don't like to talk about that because they like to talk about how great the German tanks were. The German tanks were horrible. At least some of them. The Panzer III wasn't as bad. Actually, I like the Panzer III, but I don't like the Tiger or the Panther. They're overrated, they're over-engineered, and they're kind of stupid. By kinda, I mean they are. Ammo hatch. Going into the engine deck. All the stuff I took out earlier. Wow, I completely forgot to paint the antenna. There. I don't even care about that. It's too hard to get to with how I've already assembled everything. Put it all back together, and bam. Let's put it in the paint booth. Let's paint it. Which means the Calliope is coming out here. These are for pre-made. There's no pre-mades. Ooh. Phenolphite scale load. I like this. Lower it a little, make it look like that. Rotate it. The earlier star style, make it smaller. Because this doesn't have a loader's hatch, we can put a star where the loader's hatch goes. Put a star in a place where they actually put a star on the engine deck. It's a little oversized. Get a unit working. Defender, no, rotate it. Don't know who the sixth was, so this might be incorrect. Remember it. I guess number. Stop rotating. Kinda. Ooh. barrelers. So now I rotate it, I want to shrink it. Make an ID number. Do I not have letters? I have Russian. This is fine. That means we can finish the order. Take another Sherman apart. Panzer 3, M20, and KV-1.
Ho, ho, ho!
M18 Hellcat. Panzer 3. This tank. Oh, it's in the paint room. Oh, I need to move it. To the workshop, to the Calliopeas. Got an evil bad guy tank, and an awesome good guy tank. I love this game's logic. Oh boy. It's 11:55. I'm gonna stop streaming.